Hello everyone, this is Ankita Rani, and today in this video I will continue with the explanation of where the mind is without fear. Actually, in the previous video I only dealt with the introduction of the this poem, but today I will start taking the line by line explanation. So let's just begin with the thing. The first line is where the mind is without fear and the head is held high. Okay, so let me tell you, just let me remind you the thing that this poem was written before independence time. This poem was written in a pre-independence era, right? So Tagore wrote this poem before independence, definitely. And through this poem he is praying to God that oh God, please make my country, India, a place where Indians can live without fear and should have self dignity. Actually, Tagore was a patriot. He was a person who was in very much love with his country and countrymen. So he was very much saddened by the scenario which was going in a pre-independence time. So actually, he could see the miserable life led by the Indians. So he was very much saddened by that scenario. So he wrote the poem, and through the poem through the poem he is doing what? He is praying to God. In that this poem is in a form of a prayer. He is praying to God that, oh God, please make my country free from the British rule first. As I have as I have already told you about the that Tagore is explaining his own concept of freedom. Like he is giving freedoms. He is talking about freedoms at all levels. Like in the previous video I told you about that. Here he is talking about definitely political freedom. Then he is talking about moral freedom throughout the poem. Not in this line actually. This line only deals with the political freedom. So throughout the poem he is talking what? He is talking about political freedom, moral freedom, intellectual freedom, right? Different kinds of freedom at all levels, right? In the previous video I already discussed that thing. Okay. So in the very first line, what he is praying to God that firstly, oh God, firstly what you do, firstly make our country free from the British rule. Because what was going around in that time, people were living a miserable life. They were living in fear. How they were living in fear? Because British rule. Due to British rule, people were in fear, and they were very much oppressed, right? They had lost their self dignity. Because as I think you all have some few idea, through movies and documentaries, you must have seen some movies based on the pre independence time. Because what used to happen in that time, Britishers used to oppress Indians. Yeah, right? They were Indians were made slave, and they were treated badly in all spheres. So these all scenario make Rabindranath Tagore wrote this poem, right? So in the very first line of the poem, where the mind is without fear, he is talking about political freedom. What he is talking about? Political freedom, that, oh God, please make my Indians, make my countrymen free from the fear that which has been inculcated by the British rule. Firstly, if you just throw out the Britishers from our country, and make our Indians head without fear. And they should actually, he could see, Tagore could see that Indians had lost their self dignity. Because Indians were badly humiliated. One of the example I could state here, that interesting, it's a very interesting thing, that in a first compartment of trains, Indians were not allowed to enter in spite of the capacity he had. Because there was a board written, Indians and dogs are not allowed. right? So there are so many instances, of the humiliation. So due to that humiliation, due to that, bad treatment, Indians were filled with the, filled with the fear. Their head was filled with fear, and they had lost their self dignity. So firstly, what he is praying to God, that, oh God, please make my Indians free of the fear, and they should have a kind of self dignity within themselves, right? So I can give you, this is the only I can give you this explanation of first line. The second line is where knowledge is free. Second line is where knowledge is free. As I have already told you that Tagore is talking about not only political freedom, he is talking about different kinds of freedom. Like here in this line, he is talking about, in amalgamation of social and intellectual freedom. Because in the Britishers times, in the pre-independence time, what was the scene? Indians, knowledge was not free to all the Indians, right? Knowledge were not given free to all the Indians. It was, limited to some class of society, some strata of the society. But he was, Tagore here, through the poem, he is praying to God that, oh God, please make knowledge free in our country, irrespective of any, restrictions, be it of any caste, be it of any, strata. Education should be given to all the Indians. So here he is talking about the, social and intellectual freedom, that everybody has got the right of knowledge. So knowledge should not be limited to some section of the society, but should be given to all. It is the first interpretation. The second interpretation can be, right, the second interpretation can be, knowledge, he was actually opposed to the predetermined lesson. He was always in favor of that children should let free to learn from the, nature. So he was never in support of predetermined lesson. He was always, he was always in favor that children should let free from learn from the nature, so that they can broad their ideas, they can get a broad knowledge. So here you can give a second interpretation of this line, where knowledge is free, right? Students should not forced for, some predetermined lesson. They should be, set free to learn from the nature too. Okay, so this is the second interpretation of second line. The third line, where the world has not been broken up into fragments by narrow domestic walls. Actually, this third line, third and fourth line, he is talking about what kind of freedom? He is talking about social, right? In the third line, he is talking about social freedom. What? That, he's not only talking about India, but he's talking about, globally. What is the scene? That, what we have, what actually this narrow domestic wall refers to? What? Caste, class, color, right? Race, region, religion, etc., right? Religion, etc. So actually, Tagore is praying to God that, oh God, make this India as well as world free from, free from the fragments which we have created through these narrow domestic walls. What? These narrow domestic wall. Actually, what is the scene? Today we are the same. Today the scene is the same, and the pre-independence time there was also the scene was the same. What we have done? Actually, we have created, narrow domestic walls of what? Caste, class, color, race, region. We have separated among ourselves. Like, you are from this caste, you are Hindu, you are this reason, you are from this religion, you are from this reason, right? You are black, you are white. So on this basis we have, separated, we have, fragmented human race. So he is saying, Tagore is praying to God that, these narrow domestic walls are a threat for nationalism and internationalism. It is these, narrow domestic walls are working against the, spirit of human race, right? This is not working in favor of human race. So here he is, praying to God that please make our, India as well as world free from these domestic wars, these fragments which we have created actually, right? So he is praying to God for this, right? Okay, so I think you have got some idea about up till here, up till this narrow domestic wall. So in the next video I will, continue with the other explanation of the other lines. Till then, bye and thanks for watching my video.